Welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, I'm going to go through our daily altcoin update, and then we're going to start off with XRP, right? XRP has a very beautiful chart, even on a daily time frame, right? But the weekly time frame, it looks even better, right? So we got to the area of this neckline, and then we got a big rejection, right? So, and then we got this ABC correction to the upside, downside, right? And then, a small pump and basically a double bottom just about this area. So this move looked better on the weekly time frame. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly time frame, not the monthly, the weekly. Okay, when you take a look at the weekly time frame, it looked beautiful, right? A nice reversal move, right? So that's what I'm expecting from XRP. This area of 50 MA to be supporting the price at least like this week and next week. If not, we could be starting a nice pump to the upside like just by Sunday, right? So, but just keep that in mind. XRP is not ready to take off like today or tomorrow, right? So, but it could, right? But I'm not expecting a pump just about this area of 50 MA this week, maybe by Monday. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the lower time frame, right? Let's take a look at the hourly chart. On my previous XRP video, right? I said it like XRP is pretty bullish, right? But when you take a look at the lower time frame, right, it doesn't look good, right? And that's what I said exactly. After we got this pump, I said like XRP most likely gonna come back down to this area. Let's see, gonna make a nice ABC correction, right? Maybe get supported by the 50 MA. We did get a support from the 50 MA, but it wasn't like strong enough. Now we got a big dump to the downside, so we could be getting a nice reversal to the upside. And then when you take a look at the RSI, the RSI was just about this area, and I said like it's pretty good because it's gonna give if the RSI start like to come back down, it's gonna give the price a chance to get more momentum and move to the upside, right? So just because the RSI is going to the downside doesn't mean like, oh, the market is bearish or XRP is bearish. XRP on the long term, right, the weekly chart is extremely bullish. It's just gonna surprise you, right? It's just gonna surprise you with the biggest move you can't even imagine, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Nano. When you take a look at Nano, I've been saying it recently, Nano gonna get as close as possible to the end of the triangle, and then we're gonna move to the upside. So I was also expecting like a move to the downside, a just fake out, just to retest this area, but it's not. Luckily, it did not take place, right? So it did not happen, right? So what I'm expecting from now on the weekly time frame to be very bullish, very bullish, right? And you see this area of weekly 50 MA. I'm expecting at least for the next couple of weeks, let's say before the summer, right? Or at least like in the middle of the summer, we get some rejection from this area of 50 MA. So I'm looking for Nano to get like roughly about 50,000 to 57,000, right? So sats, not dollars, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame. When you take a look at the daily time frame, what I said exactly, right? Nano gonna get to this area, get rejected, and move to the upside. Now we got a nice squeeze just about this area of 50 and 100. Now we move into the above this area. So Nano managed to close like with like what 2 consecutive days, right? Close above this area of 100 EMA. So that's pretty good. So most likely today we're gonna close above this area of 100 EMA because the market, Nano is pretty bullish. So it's gonna close above this area of 100 EMA. So as soon as the daily candle closes, you can expect like Nano to be very aggressive after 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? So that's what I'm expecting from Nano. So I'm not expecting any aggressive move, just about now, but I'm expecting like a very aggressive move like the next like 6 to 8 hours, right, after the daily candle closes, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at XLM. When you take a look at XLM, you know how bullish I was, about XLM since XLM was just about this area, right? And then the RSI was, completely oversold, right? I said XLM was the safest coin to be buying, and then you take a look at XLM is up 40% since then, right? So pretty nice chart, right? Nice bottom formation, you know, nice accumulation move. A three-way up, three-way down. You got your three-way up, another three-way down. A, you know, nice correction, double correction. You know, a 40% move to the upside. So you gotta keep that in mind. Most of the crypto, they're gonna make a double correction. Some of them, they just make one correction and then, you know, just go crazy, right? So, but you know, XLM is looking pretty bullish. What I'm expecting now from XLM is just to be moving sideways for a couple more days, just to give the RSI a chance to like make a U-turn, because you know the RSI is not overextended. 74 is not bad. 71, 72 is not bad. Could go a lot higher, like to 78. But you know, the lower the RSI and then the higher the price, the better it is, right? What I mean by that, I mean, like, if the price can stay within this range and then RSI going to be like falling behind, right? Falling like to this area of, you know, 61 to 59, right? It's going to give like, it's going to give XLM a, you know, a chance to go, you know, very, to be very explosive the next like market rally. So that's what I mean, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at ADA. When you take a look at ADA and XRP, they got the same pattern. ADA, XRP, and CADONA, they got the same pattern. So if you follow XRP and then CADONA and ADA, you know what I mean, right? So nice inverted head and shoulder. So we got to the area of this neckline. You know, now we attempting to make this you know, the right shoulder, right? Basically, you could put your right shoulder just about this area to be completed very shortly, right? It's already completed. So after we got this sell-off, right, I said like ADA that was this sell-off, I think, right? This sell-off, I said like ADA going to be you know, coming back just about this area of neckline. We're probably going to get a small rejection, and that's what we got, right? We got this small rejection to the downside. So expect ADA with like a very aggressive move, like you know, 25 to 30% move to the upside, you know, very shortly, right? Because it is just ready to complete its pattern, right? And then ADA and LITECOIN, also LITECOIN made a very beautiful like inverted head and shoulder. So, and then now it's all the way up here, like almost like 50% up, right? So you could be expecting ADA with a 30 to 50% move to the upside. RSI is still looking healthy. Doesn't look bad. 62 is, you know, pretty good, so nothing to worry about. Could get like a lot higher, like just about this area. You think about like 73. So let's say we get back to this area of neckline with the 63, and then the RSI, the previous RSI at this area of neckline was like 73. So you got like 10 point to move, 10 point like, you know, behind. So I hope you understand what I mean. But if the RSI get back, if price get back to this area, right, and then the RSI is just about like 61, and then when price was just about this area, RSI was like 73. So you got 12 points, you know, to move up. So you could expect like ADA to like just go crazy, right, just about this area, like with a 30% move to the upside. ADA, not XLM. So let's go ahead and take a look at LITECOIN. When you take a look at LITECOIN also has a very beautiful chart, right? If you want to use your Elliott wave count, you can count a 5-wave structure. After the third wave, I was expecting LITECOIN to come back down to this area, but LITECOIN is just, you know, just bullish, man. It just doesn't want to come back down. So, but we're making like a top formation just about this area. So just watch out for LITECOIN. Price is pretty overextended, but take a look at the RSI, very beautiful. So 65, you still got more. RSI still could, like, you know, make another U-turn, but we got a divergence. That's my only concern about LITECOIN, this divergence, right? That's my only concern about LITECOIN, right? So on the daily time frame. And then if you remember, let's see, I think it's Tron made that divergence, but the divergence lasted like for 1 month. So XRP could be, LITECOIN could be just still moving down, and then price, you know, still moving up for another like 2 weeks or so, right? That's very possible. Just because you get a divergence doesn't mean like you know, price gonna get, you know, gonna get nasty, right? Because the RSI could be just about this area, like for, you know, for another year, right? So hopefully, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. When you take a look at Ethereum, right, Ethereum is pretty, has a very nice chart, right? So what I'm expecting from Ethereum, right, a very nice impulse wave, right? You take a look at it, right? ADA made this move, right? On after, you know, after ADA got a rejected, after it got rejected from the neckline, ADA made this move, right? Let's say you got your left shoulder, your V shape. You got your right shoulder, right? ADA got, you know, ADA got rejected just like that. So Ethereum is making the same pattern, like this, the same type of rejection. So, and then ADA went and make this move, that move, and then it's ready to take off, right? So I hope you get the concept, but it's not exactly the same way, but you got the concept, right? So what I'm expecting from Ethereum, I'm expecting a 120 extension, right? That's my end target. But the way Ethereum gonna get there, right? I'm expecting Ethereum, right? You got your three-way down, and then you got another way to the downside. So I'm expecting Ethereum to just about this area get another rejection before a very impulse move to the upside. Like, let's say we got enough volume, Ethereum might not even go through all these moves, right? It's just gonna go straight, you know, like, you know, 2 to 3 days, right, with like a 20% move a day, something like that. The RSI is pretty healthy, right? No divergence. Price is moving down, RSI is moving down. So Ethereum is pretty safe. It's one of the safest coins right now to be accumulating for the long term. Pretty safe. 45 RSI, you know, still up almost like 30% from, I mean, 40% like from the bottom, just about this area on the dollar value, right? So it's pretty safe. RSI 45. I mean, that's a steal, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Neo. When you take a look at Neo, if you've been following me, right, I said Neo gonna come back down and get a support from this area of 100 EMA. I'm still at my long-term target for Neo is I mean, just about this area, a 1-to-1 extension, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. 1-to-1 extension. That's my long-term target for Neo. No time frame, right? So we got a rejection, just like Ethereum, right? And ADA. We just got a rejection from this area. A three-wave move to the downside, a double bottom. So what I'm expecting from Neo very shortly, maybe before Sunday, we got this correction, right? Either Neo can come back, retest this low before it take off. Either it's just going to be moving sideways and wait for the rest of the market just to move to the upside, right? It is very possible. So Neo is pretty bullish. It's pretty bullish. So even on a lower time frame, Neo is very bullish. But this is a daily time frame, so I don't like to look at the lower time frame because sometimes it's too much noise. But the daily time frame going to give you like a better pattern, right? But sometimes when you go to the lower time frame, you can be extremely bullish, or you can, you know, be disappointed. Like if you take a look at the lower time frame, you're going to be very disappointed. You're like, oh, the RSI is so overextended, I don't want to buy. But it doesn't mean anything. You know, price going to come back down just like that, just like XRP yesterday. It's just going to come back down to this area before another move to the upside. It's nothing serious unless you day trade, right? So next coin we're going to talk about is ICX. ICX. When you take a look at ICX, let's take a look at it. When you take a look at ICX, right, you know how bullish I was, you know, about ICX, just about this area, right? Just about this area. Not even like when ICX was completely oversold, right? But when ICX was, the RSI was neutral. I said like ICX going to be the most, you know, it's going to be very aggressive very shortly, because ICX was making a very nice formation, right? A very nice bull flag. So most people won't paying attention to this divergence between the RSI and then the price. Bitcoin made the same divergence back in December, right? I talked about, you know, but the divergence before Bitcoin like went up like 30%. So ICX made this the same divergence but with a bigger divergence, right? So a big run up, a nice bull flag, you know, get a big resistance just about this area of a 50 MA, made like a, you know, 3-5 wave structure, and then a move to the upside, right? So what I'm expecting from ICX, right? We're gonna make a nice channel just about this area, right? We could be in this channel, you know, for another, you know, at least another 2 to 3 days, right? But I don't think we're gonna be in this channel that long. But this channel gonna give this channel gonna give a chance to the R side to make a, you know, come back down just about this area before the run up, right? So can you imagine if the R side get back to this area of like a 40 to let's say, I think it was like 50, right? R side just about to get this, R side to get back to this area of 50 before the next run up, because you don't even have like a 5-wave structure. You just got like 1, 2, 3, right? If you count your Elliott wave, you just got 1, 2, 3. You could be expecting like wave number 5, a very impulse wave number 5, right? So you could be expecting at least like ICX to get like to like 1150 to 1250, right? So in sats, right? 11,000 sats, right? So just about this area. Let's see. So basically that's what I'm expecting from ICX. Let's go ahead and take a look at one chain. When you take a look at one chain and ICX, they both are, you know, kind of similar in pattern. Falling wedge, right? You know, big divergence like lasted like, you know, since November, right? November to, let's say, February, right? That's 4 months of divergence, right? So you can expect like this. You can expect at least one chain to be very aggressive like the next like couple of weeks, right? So, and if you recognize this pattern, it's the same pattern with this pattern just about this area. It's the same pattern with the Nano, right? Nano made the same type of move right after, you know, it broke out that triangle, right? I don't know if you remember Nano triangle, just about this area. Nano breakout and then made the same type of move, right? We're just ready to take off. So I'm still bullish on one chain, but you know, you could be having some concern because of the R side being so overextended, but we're making this V shape, right? It's nothing to worry about. We could just be falling, you know, to the downside, and then price still gonna make a bull flag. So, and then we're gonna move to the upside, because you gotta think about it, right? One chain just has like 2 waves right now. So take a look at it. You only got, take your Elliott waves, just got about like 3, right? You could be expecting, just like ICX, you could be expecting wave number 5. So just about this area. So I'm expecting like at least like a one chain to get like to like a 14,000 to 15,000, right? In the near future before the summer. So the current price of one is just about what? Like 12,000, right? So, and I've been talking about one since one was like under 7,000, just about this area, 650 to 7,000, right? I said like one gonna be very aggressive, right? So that's about it for today. Let me know what you think down below the comment section, and make sure to hit the like, and then you know, also make sure to subscribe for future updates, right? Thank you for watching.